Joe Burrow officially signed his record-setting contract extension with the Cincinnati Bengals and spoke with the media on Saturday. I'm here to react to what Joe said to the press. Hello, everyone. Dave Berk for the First Star Media Group. In the Trenches with Dave Lapham, all presented by First Star Logistics. What a ride it's been over the past several years watching the rise of one Joey Burrow from Athens High School football recruit to college national champion and Heisman Trophy winner to the current holder of the title, highest paid player in the NFL. I've been honored to have worked as a football recruiting analyst over the years and lucky enough to have covered many players who have gone on to great college careers and some even in the NFL. However, watching the journey of Joe Burrow has been even more enjoyable. I can honestly say the Joey Burrow I first interviewed after a tough playoff loss against Marion Franklin in the fall of his junior year at Athens High School has not changed much. Yes, he enjoyed great success after leaving Ohio State, leading LSU to a national championship, and being crowned the 2019 Heisman Trophy winner. And yes, he became the overall number one pick of the Cincinnati Bengals in the 2020 NFL Draft and has fought back from injuries to make the Bengals a team to watch, fighting for divisional and conference championships, along with a chance to win the Bengals' first Super Bowl. But he's still focused on the most important thing, winning. So I was not surprised by some of the answers he gave during the press conference about his new contract, or the fact he was wearing an Athens High School playoff shirt during his press conference.
You see I got my shirt on. No, I did it for a reason. I wore it yesterday too, so I wore it 2 days in a row because we weren't quite sure when it was going to get signed. So I reused the shirt, but I wanted to make sure I wore this shirt because this is kind of where it all started.
Many may not know that while some experts tried to create issue before the Bengals drafted Burrow, saying that he shouldn't go to the Bengals, he should hope someone else takes him, he was excited to return to Ohio as he felt his time at Ohio State didn't go as planned. From the time he went through the recruiting process, many never gave him his due when it came to his playing ability. Joe's goal attending Ohio State was simple: prove the doubters wrong.
I had some unfinished business in Ohio. My one athletic failure so far, in my opinion, is my time at Ohio State. I didn't get to play. And so to come back and kind of redeem myself in that way has been important to me.
And while many players may never get their chance to show what they can do in college, Joe has always remembered the feeling from those 3 years spent on the bench at Ohio State, something that's molded him into the player he is today.
You just reflect on everything you've been through. The NFL has, kind of been where I've played my best ball. And what people don't see is, all the years before that when you're not playing, the grind of the day-to-day when you're not playing is really tough, in college. And, looking back on those 3 years that I didn't play probably, prepared me more so for this moment than anything. And you don't even really realize it at the time, but I learned a lot about myself, a lot about life during those 3 years. I think I've kind of always been that way, but really honed that in those 3 years that I was talking about at Ohio State when, things never, just felt like nothing was ever going my way those 3 years. And you really, like I said, learn a lot about yourself, and you have to be mentally tough in that situation. Otherwise, you're not going to come out the other side. And, I continued to improve during that time. I had, again, great coaches and great teammates around me to, really during that time leaned on relationships in the locker room to help get through that and cherish those relationships to this day because of that.
While many have seen the outstanding accomplishments Burrow has made on the field, they don't know about the time when coaches told him he wasn't good enough to be a high-level player in the college game, let alone in the NFL, something he knows he would not change.
I wouldn't change my life, my story for anything. You never know how it's going to work out if one thing's different. And people come into your life for a lot of different reasons, and things happen to you for a lot of different reasons, and it's all about how you respond to it, how you adapt to it, and how you grow from it.
While not one to live his life in the press or look for the spotlight, when working on his new contract, Joe stressed he always had his hand in the negotiations.
Yeah, I've been involved the whole time. Wanted to make sure that things were going smoothly, make sure that things were, on the right path.
Like on the field, Joe Burrow knows the NFL is a business, but came away from his contract feeling everyone got what they wanted from the deal.
No, I wouldn't say we really emulated anybody. We had a lot of things that we wanted to get done. Made sure that it was a mutual partnership, and I think we did. Yeah, I won't dive into the specifics of that, but we got a lot. We got what we wanted. They got what they wanted. I'm going to be here for a long time. That's the most important thing.
And while everyone's talking about the dollar amount of the contract, Joe knows being the highest paid will be short-lived. However, he knows he'll be judged more on his on-field success than his bank account balance.
That's exactly right. You're the highest paid for a certain amount of time until the next person breaks it. And you get the contract, try to do as good for yourself as you can, and then continue about your business. So we're all about winning here. We're about winning Super Bowls, and you can't do that without winning games. So we're going to take it 1 week at a time and continue that process.
One thing the money will allow Burrow to do is continue his off-the-field work to help others. Something not lost on him at all when it came to this contract.
Yeah, that's exciting. Coming from where I come from, I know I'm going to be able to do a lot of good with that money, both for myself and for other people. So I'm excited about that. Haven't really thought about how that's going to be used yet, but I think it's going to do a lot of good.
While the contract rewards Joe's early success with the Bengals, he's not lost on the fact that the Brown family is investing in him and the Bengals' long-term future.
It means a lot. I work really hard to perform well on the field and think a lot about how I handle myself and how I can be the best me for this organization. And so to be rewarded for that, it means a lot to me, but a lot more to do.
With that said, Joe gave a lot of praise to Bengals Executive Vice President Katie Blackburn and the Brown family for the work that he feels many don't see.
Katie was awesome. She does a lot behind the scenes for this organization that nobody ever hears about. The Brown family is very instrumental in what we do here, and they don't like the spotlight, and that's how they want it. But to shed a little light on that, they've done a lot for this community, done a lot for me, done a lot for this team, done a lot for Zach, and so I'm eternally grateful to them, excited that I get to work with them for the next 7 years and hopefully a lot longer.
While Joe is excited, the contract talk can now stop. He feels it never got in the way of him staying focused on the task at hand, something he feels he's been able to do all his life. He knows it's game week with the 100th Battle of Ohio on Sunday.
Yeah, I've always been pretty good at compartmentalizing things that are important to me. And, I'm never going to let anything, no matter what it is, affect my ability to prepare the way that I need to prepare to get the job done.
Are you excited the Bengals can put all the Joe Burrow contract talk behind them and hopefully focus on getting T. Higgins a deal done next with Jamar Chase in the same boat after this season? Leave your comments below. Also, don't forget to participate in the First Star Logistics giant, and I mean giant, giveaway each week the Bengals play this season. You still have time to join the Week 1 giveaway of 3, and I said it, 3 signed Jamar Chase helmets. Visit the First Star Logistics Twitter/X page for the post with all the details on what to do. And again, congrats to Joe on the new contract and continued success. I'm Dave Berk for the First Star Media Group and In the Trenches with Dave Lapham, presented by First Star Logistics.
Dave Lapham here, and every day I am grateful for my experience to have played professional football. As a player, I realize self-motivation, leadership, and appreciating your teammates are key. At First Star Logistics, you can use those same attributes to create the life you want for you and your family. Build your future by working hard like I did. You'll see results both on and off the field. Call First Star Logistics today and be part of our winning team.
Opportunity knocking.